Welcome to the channel and the first part in a new series for No Man's Sky. In this series we are going to be taking a look at the abandoned option that was added not in the last release, that was the Relics release, but the release before. But what actually happened was the Relics release included some changes to the abandoned option to make it more playable. And to be honest, I've been very curious about this option. So what we're going to be doing in this series is just checking it out to see how things go. Now, before we get started, I'll make a bit of an apology in the fact there's been a bit of a break in both my space-based series, mainly because I've just been so busy due to certain circumstances in my real life, like having to work for a living. And also, I've prevaricated quite a lot on what I wanted to do, both with respect to Imperium and No Man's Sky. And this has come to the conclusion that I want to take a look at the abandoned option. Now, for anyone who's following my survival series, it doesn't mean that that survival series is going to disappear. I am going to continue playing it, especially in the format of covering the weekends. But so what I'll probably be doing is 2 parts in the survival series and 2 parts in this series a week, or say 8 days, so that it fits together. So that's the plan going forward. So we might as well just get stuck in and see how this goes. Now, I think I know that to be able to play the abandoned option, we've got to play custom. So what we're going to do is survival difficulty, challenging, natural resources, scarce. I'm going to play on the highest settings, but we're not going to technology damage there. We'll play death consequences. Items destroyed. We're not going to do save deleted because that's permadeath. And then you can see here's the setting that gives you abandoned. It says here universe population standard, and it says abandoned removes all alien life forms from this option dramatically changes the player experience and will disable the story and the tutorial. This option can only be selected when starting a new game and cannot be changed. Abandoned mode not recommended for a new first experience in No Man's Sky. So this is where we're going to be playing the abandoned. Fuel usage, yeah, we'll leave it on expensive. Why not? Purchases expensive. Goods availability scarce. I don't know how that actually works. We're going to move to restricted for stack limits. Combat. I think we'll set that to there. On foot combat. I think we're going to leave these on standard. I think actually. Simply because on foot combat with being chased by sentinels and things like that is a real pain in the neck. Yeah, so of course this is disabled. Entry transfer range, we'll leave that on nearby. Hyperdrive systems access, base power standard. Fishing timing, I think we'll leave the fishing on standard as well. Reputation gain, I think that's irrelevant. And we're started lots standard. And of course what we'll do is we'll put the difficulty setting on locked, and that is about it. Confirm and start game. So here we go. We'll just see how things go. While the game's loading in, I just kind of talk a little bit about what I want to achieve in this series, and the answer is I'm not sure whatsoever. Cool, that was a quick load-in time. Is that because they haven't actually? That's different, right? As usual, first things first, we'll get to first place. The ship is in that direction. See what we got in our inventory. Not a lot. Critical exposure, repair your scanner. I don't need to repair my scanner gate, do I? Okay, we need ferrite dust, okay. Oops, sorry about that. I've just got tangled up with my what we call it, my headphone board. Anyway, I'm just gonna. I suppose I could make this a little bit more difficult, and we're actually kind of. I think we will go to the ship just to see what's there. So I'm gonna head for the ship, which is in that direction. So I'm not too sure why I'm scanning everything, but we just need that little bit more ferrite dust. We'll repair the scanner, and then that will give us the access to the resources. We see. Okay, still need more ferrite dust. Wow.
Thermal protection.
Yes, thank you, game. Getting a little bit of dihydrogen as well. There's some sodium over there. And there's the ubiquitous hazardous plant. There's always lots of hazardous plants. Okay, we're going to need some carbon. That could prove a challenge on this planet. We need to find some trees. I'm not actually seeing. I think I'm gonna have to. We got enough to repair that. Yes, we have. Okay.
Component repaired.
Right, I'm gonna stop. Okay, we got some. We certainly need these. We've got to start picking up the carbon. We're gonna need to be able to recharge our mining tool. I think I've only ever once run out of charge on a mining tool, and it's hard work because you literally got to bash things to gather the resources. Right, we've got some stuff up here we're going to grab. Is in that direction. Oh wow, we've got some oxygen. Oops. No, I'm going to avoid. We're down to 10%.
Technology recharge.
I'm just going to grab the. Hello, Ansem.
Thermal protection falling.
Yes, I know. We're going to have to try and find the ingredients of an ion battery. We've solved the oxygen problem. It's quite good. So we don't need oxygen. We just need to keep picking up the carbon. And what the other thing? What on earth is that?
Units received.
Okay, we've got to the ship. We better get there and get ready to jump into it ASAP. Otherwise, we are going to die. Die big time. Okay, jump into the ship. That will give us an opportunity to. Yeah, I know. Okay, so yes, fair enough. Just gonna let everything build back up again, and we're just gonna take stock. All right, we got a little bit of tritium. We need hermetic seal and metal plating. We're gonna have to get round. We need the problem's going to be the carbon. So we're really gonna need to kind of get round, and okay, I think we've got enough of a 5-volt charge. Grab the damaged machinery. Don't need living slime. Okay, grab that. We are going to keep the junk metal, even though technically can't really do much about it. Right, we've got some dihydrogen. I'll say the challenge is going to be carbon and sodium. I'm not really seeing any sodium around here. Got a little bit over there, but we're gonna have to keep an eye on. We got some dihydrogen just here. I think what we're gonna need to do is kind of get the ship repaired and then see if we can explore the planet a little bit more. Gather the basic resources and see what we can get. Okay, we need pure ferrite. To make the pure ferrite, we need that. We need a hermetic seal, which needs condensed carbon. Got a metal plate we can shove in.
Component repaired.
Okay. It's going to be the challenge is going to be we need to make a okay I shouldn't okay we can make a refiner. Yeah, heck, I need more ferrite dust. Thank you. Okay. Right, we got some resources out this way. It said that there was this is partly what I'm looking for. We can get some cobalt. That means we can make ion batteries, and if we can make ion batteries, we can run a little bit of a survival scenario. I know I'm using this up, but I think if I can get that there, let's get everything in the right place. Yes, thank you, game. Don't really want to get this just yet. Wait, come on. We can get there. We can get there, game. We can get there. Okay, what can we make? Can't make anything else yet. Right, I'm just going to wait for this to build back up and I'll be right back. Pick that oxygen again. I didn't speak to iteration whether it is, although I don't think it's going to tell me that much. Central deliberate transfer, enhanced fresh iteration, forecast. Rubber anomaly detected. Right, what we need now is make the
thermal protection falling.
No, we've got enough for the we just need to make a metal plating, so right. Grab that, grab that. 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 That and that. Okay. That there. Certainly want the dihydrogen again. The ferrite dust as well. And a little bit more cobalt. Right, we got some more sodium down here. Yeah, so thank you, game. We're gonna take a long shot on the sodium. We're just gonna get here. Back to the ship. This pure ferrite, we can't mine that just yet.
Thermal protection falling.
Yep. Get back to the ship. Jump in. Right, we need metal plates. Those that needs to be 24. We're gonna have to collect some more. What we call it. What's rusted? The
Technology
a full
recharge.
load in there. Now, what do we need to repair the ship? 50 pure ferrite. Right, we need some more. What we call it? Ferrite dust. I think we've got. Yeah, we got a whole crop of ferrite dust here. So to grab this. We get about 100 plus ferrite dust. Nice to get all this cobalt. This tool, this multi-tool is very wimpy. Now I've
Protection falling.
thank you, game. Now I've got absolutely no idea what form of life form that we. Can I get the salvage data? So I've got absolutely no idea what life forms we might encounter. I'm just gonna duck into here. Put the. Not gonna be enough, is it? Of course it is. Right. We're gonna make exactly 50. Pure ferrite. That should fix the launch thrusters. Then all we got to do is make a pneumatic seal, and we need condensed carbon. we got to find trees. This is going to be fun. We need carbon. There's some carbon there. Whoops. Anything? Any other carbon? Anything
Thermal protection falling.
carbon related around here? Right, we've got a damaged machinery over there. Now, if it's anything like when you start out with the kind of your ship, oops, finding these and finding the buried caches is very, very important, because this is where, right, we can get some. Okay, let me just get back. Yeah, finding the buried caches makes all the difference,
Thermal
because that's
protection
where we,
falling.
in theory, we should be able to find the tech. Okay, we got you. Got you. Yep. There's something else over there, but oops, gotta jump back in there. Okay. Still gonna make the condensed carbon. Gotta hold off on that just for the moment. That can go there. 1 ferrite dust. Wow. Thank you, game. Always had an overwhelming. Okay, that should be enough to that. What would cover that? Where's the ordinary carbon? What do we need to make a pneumatic seal? We need 30 condensed carbon. I certainly don't want to make 100. Well, we could. I'm going to make about 100. Mainly because that just improves my carry capacity with respect to that. Condensed carbon. Just throw out a scan. Got O2 over there. We've got a little bit of sodium.
Units received.
How many have I got? 1,000. It's not bad, actually. There's a bit of a contradiction, actually. Curiosity. I know curiosity killed the cat, but if there's no actual life forms in this system, how can you have a knowledge stone? Okay, we just. Okay, we got a little bit of sodium. We use the sodium.
Technology recharge.
I'm just curious over what were.
Thermal protection
Yeah,
falling.
thank you, game. Kill the hazardous plant for the oxygen. Okay, let me just memory of the Vakeen. Stone resonates, producing a sound that fills my mind. A vision begins to take shape. I see two large aliens locked in combat. Eventually, one's triumphs, leaving their victim bleed to death. Last of their strength and vanquished, the alien gestures towards me. Accept the knowledge. The name Vakeen floats in my vision, an echo of a strange vision just experienced. A word of this alien tongue is seared in my brain. So you can learn to speak Vakeen. You just can't meet any. So they're an extinct life form. That's interesting. Anyway, we're just going to get back.
Life support power.
Okay.
Low. Technology recharge.
Right. Does that mean that we might actually find the equivalent of abandoned buildings still on the planets, but it just won't be any life forms inside them and no one to trade with or anything like that? Is that what makes is that the principle of this? Anyway, we're just going to find out that. As you may guess, I know any.
Thermal protection falling.
As you may guess, I've done no kind of research on this. I've just literally came in and told just as an experiment. So, right, we should now be able to make an hermetic seal. Add that in as well. Put that in there. We got 50%. Right, we need just before we go anywhere. Want to do a bit of exploration of the ship. I'm just going to pick up some more ferrite dust so that we can make some takeoff fuel. Just as a backup, you never know with this game. Right, we got a geode. Oops, just overheated the multi-tool. Got to remember this is
Thermal protection
it's
falling.
about as much use as a chocolate teapot. So make a of those. We make two of those. Okay, so we've now got some launch fuel, and we are going to take off. And so what we're going to do now is just explore the planet a little bit, just to see what is around and see whether there are any buildings, even to see whether they're actually abandoned or anything like that. So that's the next thing we're going to do. Okay, welcome back. It looks like I found one of these kind of minor type settlement things with no landing pad, but we're going to land here anyway, just check them out, gather a few more resources. It's also occurred to me while I was actually flying across the surface. Let's have a look at what we got here. So we got a number of unknown planets. So it's actually still tells you that this planet was once owned by the Vakeen. I suppose Hello Games couldn't remove that if they wanted to. It's probably the fact that it's too deep within the game. You can't have everybody. So there's still, the systems are still going to be named after a race. It just means that you can't meet them, which is okay. I mean, it's not a problem. I mean, although I must admit, finding a or being able to make a personal constructor would be nice. Got a Gek relic. Where take that. I want the viscous fluids, some nanites, then another Vakeen word. So we are going to keep going there. I'm just going to do a restore shield because I'm not sure if I had all my life form there. I'm assuming that we can't improve our standing. Let's just have a look at cataloging guide. Okay, so we got no, so we can still get the standing with the Vakeen. It'd be really interesting if there's a hidden backstory to this where you can find out more things going forward. Exploration guide. So all we got in there is we've got no tutorial. Just want to look around and see if we can see any bushes or anything of value.
Protection falling.
Yes, thank you, game. I mean, we might as well get what we can from this area. We will kind of dash out, get this here. I think the big issue. Oh, what was that? I thought I saw. Not feeling it. Cobalt deposit, copper deposit. Don't really need anything as such beyond basic survival, do we? There's no point. Yeah. Okay. Well, actually, before we go, I've just seen some. We might as well take the condensed carbon. Certainly going to take the all carbon little tree here.
Thermal protection falling.
Right, we're going to take the dihydrogen. And there's some. Okay, there's some pickup pieces there. I think what we're going to need to do is look for buried technology. I think it's the buried technology that's going to give us more. Okay, let me just grab that. The sodium. Okay, let me just top up the. To make sure that stays topped up.
Technology recharge. Thermal protection falling.
Oops.
Technology recharge.
You up. Okay, we're going to keep collecting the rusted metal.
Thermal protection falling.
Okay, we just got an iron battery. That could be useful. I got that. Got that. Got a Gick relic. Anything else around here that might be of any use? Dihydrogen over there. A little bit more sodium. Okay, so we are kind of building up a little bit of a working thing. Actually, can we make a metal plating? Just make another ship fuel. Be really great if we could find a crashed ship, but I presume that the only way we can find a crashed ship is by. Okay, wow, that's low.
Technology recharge.
So we are going to need to watch this, simply because yeah, we've only got about 2 takeoffs per shot. So right. Oh well, what we got here? This is a free landing, so we are going to check this out. I mean, technically this would be our first encounter with life forms, but we might as well check this out just to see what the options here are. It's not going to cost us anything. It'd be also useful to see if there's a trade terminal here and whether we can use it. Because, to be honest, if there's no trade terminal here...
Thermal protection
Yes,
falling.
thank you, game. I'll say if there's no trade terminal here at all that we can use, that we can function. All this is empty. This is still functional. Okay, the Galactic Trade Terminal is still functional. That means that we can trade. Data missing error. We Don't really need. There's economic value. Right, we can get that, but that's expensive. We've only got 6,000. I think at the moment, because there's not much point collecting nanites, if we can get a little bit of cash like that, be nice if I could buy some tech or something. Descented bottles, microprocessors. I think I'd rather make those. So, thought I saw somebody. There's nothing else here. But it's good to know that we can accumulate money and buy things from things. It also seems that we've accumulated a... So the milestones still work, if nothing else.
Protection falling.
Right, we're going to see what we can get round here, because this is a pretty scan. I think... Oh, come on, game. There's got to be something around here. No, nothing. Some condensed carbon over there. Could be. What I'm looking for. I mean, I don't really want to mine anything just at the moment, because it seems a little bit pointless. But I wouldn't mind that condensed carbon. I know it's a little bit out there, and we probably won't be able to get everything with the wimpy kind of multi-tool that we've got. But okay, I'm gonna go for it. If we could pick up some more carbon on the way through. Yes, thank you, game. Yeah. Okay. Well, this was worth the trip. This was definitely worth the trip, because that means we've got more hazard protection. Just grab that. Consider how close this is. Why didn't it show up on the radar? Oops, out the way. Get out the way.
Life support power low.
Yes, we can pick up
Protection falling.
that there. Okay. Hazard protection.
Technology recharge.
Right. Oh, I should have sold the Gek relic, shouldn't I? Oh well, never mind. Well, we can go back in because we haven't left yet.
Protection.
Right, we need dihydrogen jelly. We need more dihydrogen. We're going to make some life support stuff as well. I will go and sell the Gek relic because that's filling up our kind of space here. So we're just going to go back to here. Okay, that will allow us to recover a bit. Now it'll start to decline again. Right, so there's the Gek relic. We'll sell that as well.
Units received.
Okay. Surprising how quickly that recovers. It recovers faster than my ship, which seems a contradiction in terms. Luckily, I'm going to tempt fate here now. Luckily, so far, we haven't actually had a storm. So, anyway, we're going to get back to the ship and take stock of where we are. So, let me just get back there. And jump up over there. Okay, we got 2 fuels here. Can't make any more just at the moment. We can make a couple of ion back. You can go to there. I'm going to really engage in out and out combat at the moment. That can go to the starship. Right, this cobalt can go down there. The hydrogen there. I normally like to have that there. We really got to find a way to kind of improve that situation. Right. Ah, just accidentally dropped. Out of curiosity, I know we're exploring this planet. Oh. Ha. I was just about to say that we're going to visit a space station to see what we can get there, but this is too good an opportunity to pass up. There's some key resources here, and okay, it looks like we might actually, this actually counts as an abandoned building. The trouble is, what's the point of picking these up? When is there an option where we can actually trade for nanites? We'll kind of give that a little bit of a thought, but we'll check out the normality stuff first. A bit of projectile ammunition, because I don't really feel confident enough to kind of start bashing horrors. Because we may end up. Got a Bakine word. There's some. Okay, so this is actually broken and destroyed. Okay, again, we've got the trade terminal. I'm not expecting anything different from what we had before. We've got a quantum computer. We've got a bit of copper, which would give us the option to make chromatic metal. I think we'll do it. We've got the money for it. And we got a multi-tool, so we can buy multi-tools. Wow, that would be nice, but take free. Okay, that's nice. So you can get free multi-tools. Yeah, we're certainly going to take that, add it to our collection. That gives us something that we can do. Wiring looms, hepatic seals, sodium, ionized cobalt, dioxide, paraffinium, blown transistors. So we've got, can we get wiring looms? No. But we've now got an objective, because if we can get this up and running, that's got to be a lot better than the heap of junk that we've got at the moment. Go back to here. Okay, we're gonna have to do. Oops. Right, we've got a larval core there. Now we could convert these into nanites, or we could just collect. To be honest, it's good to know that these are going to be around, but it means that if they are going to be around, it means we don't really need to spend that much time messing about with these guys. If every base is like that, in fact, let's see if we can find another base. Yep, you guys just quite happily run around, do your own thing. Okay, we got something over there. It says unknown building. This could be something that that's just a trading station. We're not really interested in that. Right, what I'm going to do, just to wind up this video, we're going to go looking for another base that we can check out and see what's actually inside it. Okay, welcome back. I've just found a hollow terminal. Again, this is a free landing, so we might as well see what we can get in the vicinity. There's also a cave here, so we might have an opportunity, as long as they don't exhaust all the carbon in the area. Got an oxygen-rich plant. Got here. Nothing, that's all broken. Yep, thank you, game. Only going to take the damaged machinery. Although I'm not that impressed by what we find in the damaged machinery. Might as well learn another Begin word just for the fun of it. I'm presuming the hollow terminals are not going to be worth that much.
Protection falling.
Extract the nanites, restore the shields. Research specimen. Right, there's some more stuff up there.
Thermal protection falling. Units received.
Grab you. We'll go and get that sodium. Bit dihydrogen here as well. Take that. We can make some ship fuel. There's a creepy creature in there around here somewhere. There's some minerals over there, but I don't think we can mine those with the kind of not very good. Just yeah, we got.
Technology recharge. Thermal protection falling.
We'll just take a quick look see in the cave. There's some oxygen up there. Get some more cobalt while we're here. Okay, we can scan that.
Units received.
Oh wow, we're certainly going to take that. Sodium have we got? Got plenty of sodium, so
Recharge.
this is useful.
Thermal protection falling.
Okay, we're not truly in the cave yet, but you're a ferrite. Still scan the cave map.
Received.
Right, we've got a little bit of gold. Not that it's going to help us that much, but you never know. Okay, looks like the plants are actually underground here, which is good. We can pick up some of these. This will kind of, wow. Okay, we got getting loads and loads of carbon now. Okay, I'm kind of overfilling my inventory for carbon now. We need to ease off a little bit here. Okay, we got a vortex cube here, but take one more for luck. Here.
Thermal protection
Yeah, get
falling.
back to the surface. I got you. Yep. Right, we're just gonna take a quick stock of what we've got. That starship, that can go to the starship, so I can think what I want to do with it. Right, I think what I'm going to do is we've got a nice big pile of carbon. We're gonna deploy matey here.
Technology recharge.
And what we're going to do is refine out this so that we can get some ferrite dust. If we can get some ferrite dust, it means I can now
Thermal
make.
protection falling.
Yes, thank you, game. You can use up all these. Use the So we got plenty of ion batteries. So we're going to make these as well, because that means we can carry something that's a little bit better. We're going to need to expand our inventory, aren't we? Got here, got plus 10% life support tank. Don't think that's really worth expanding the oxygen just at the moment. Right, I'm just going to jump back in the ship, and I'll see you once I've actually made the ferrite dust. Welcome back. The refiner is just about to finish. There we are. We'll open it up. Got 250. I think that's enough to be going on with. That means we can use up I think I want about, say, about 25 ion batteries. That means we can now operate without kind of complications. We can put our little bit of there in. I think just to finish this video off, we're going to keep going west so that we got a direction. What is this? Okay, we've obviously found I was about to say we're going to keep going west to find another building, but it seems the other building is just literally the other side of the hill, which I suppose is not quite so bad. Right, we're going to go in here, see what we've got. Okay, we've got that there. Hopefully this is going to be, this is a manufacturer. The alarm has locked the terminal. A message is displayed letter by letter on the screen. Interloper. Alarm has no shown. Shoot the camera. Noticeable scanner slowly turns towards me. We're going to apply an override chip and see what happens. I applied an override circuit on my remarkable. My ad hoc wiring seems to work. The alarm stops. The terminal grants me full access. Normal operations are resumed. I have access to the main facility control panel. Oh, this is going to be tricky. We don't really have the slots, so I think we're going to learn a new recipe. I think could be more useful. My instinct is to go for the Atlas pass. It's also worth noting, let me just have a look through here. Yeah, so this looks very much like as before. We're going to go for the Atlas pass because that will mean that we can open up more of the, you know, the thingies that are around, because that might give us more chance of finding things. Okay, so we are now an accomplice.
Thermal protection falling.
Right, I think just to finish off, we're gonna see what's around in this area. Not a lot. Okay, we grab a little smidge more carbon. Tiny amount of oxygen. We got all you guys. Yeah, I think we have. Again, we've got all these thingies, but I don't get the feeling that money is going to be. I mean, money was going to be useful. Okay, it looks like we've got ubiquitous sentinel hanging around for that.
Units received.
Okay, so we've got 5 out of 7 species. I think my inclination.
Thermal protection falling.
Oh, we got dioxide. Yeah, that could be useful. I think we're going to try and get to the dioxide deposit. We've got the ion batteries for it now. say a supply of a nice supply of dioxide
Thermal
would be
protection falling.
fairly useful. What is that up there? That's that building we just been to, haven't we? Have I gone in a circle? I think we might go and... I was going to go and get the dark side. Okay, let's make some more iron batteries. Take it up to about 30. I think if we do that, how much more? Yeah, we can use up all the cobalt for the moment. I'm just going to grab the...
Thermal protection
Yes,
falling.
thank you, game. So if we pick this up, this will give us... Well, it can give us protection if we had a thermal protection unit, but at the same time, it will... That dioxide will... Because if we go here now, actually use the dioxide to...
Recharge.
Now, what we got to do is find that building. Damaged machinery over there. Gonna go and check out whatever this is, because I think we've travelled a lot further than what we did before. We'll just go and grab the oxygen. What is this? Yeah, I think we've just come back to where we were before, but we might as well go and look at it, because we seem to have a bit more carbon around this one. Journey milestone accomplished. Thank you, Gay. We've walked 8,000 units. Okay. Now I don't think we've got anything to summon the ship in with. Yeah, but we will check the terminal and see what we can find.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
Yep, just let the temperature build back up again, really super quick. And okay, we can buy metal plating, buy some ship fuel, gold, silver, dioxide. I think this one, we haven't got anything to sell. Okay, connection class metal plating. Because I don't have a lot of space, but I'd be tempted to take I'm going to take 16
Product received.
metal plates with us just in case. And I'm going to buy...
Product received.
Let me just check. Is there anything...
Thermal protection falling.
Multi-tool. Is there anything here that needs the automatic seal microprocessor? Okay. What we will do is we'll buy 2 more microprocessors.
Product received.
And what that will mean is that we can start fixing
Component repaired.
that. How many? We need 4 hematic seals. We need pyrite dioxide. Okay, we can use a little bit of our dioxide to repair that. And a little bit more there.
Component repaired.
Okay, so we've used up our dioxide, but that's okay. Let's starting to wonder if I go there, install you. All the analysis visor. For you. Ah, can't store it. Okay. Right, let's see if we can install you.
Thermal protection falling.
Okay, thank you, game. What am I doing? Oh, I'm an idiot. Sorry. Thought it was a bit strange that I was supposed to be under.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
Yeah, thank you, game. Okay, let me just do that again. Okay, so that we can put the terrain manipulator in there. We put you there, we get a little bit of a boost from that. Got that there. The analysis visor, we that can go back. Let me just that can in there. I see. I don't think we can summon the ship in because we don't think we've got any. What we call it? Okay, where's the ship summoner? Yeah, we've got no navigation data, so have to. Well, it may be slightly broken, but that would be a constant reminder to me that I need to fix things. But at the same time, it's going to be a little bit more kind of there with respect to things. We will grab the sodium. Certainly going to look at that. So here we are. We're back in the ship. Just jump in and warm back up again. So this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it interesting. Any suggestions about objectives or what I need to do in this series, feel free to chuck it in the comments. So until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.